soporific. It's that hard to see you couldn't find another chick doing it like me. This fashion game, I'm in my lane. They try to follow, but they all get swerved.
What up, my blushing glams? It's like I'm fed for me. It's your girl Blush, and I'm back with another episode of Glam Chat. And so today's video is well, before I even start the video, y'all, they done open outside back up. Like, whew, I know a lot of you guys are excited about that, but don't get too excited. Make sure that you're keeping safe. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to kind of keep you and your family safe, because even though outside has opened back up, doesn't necessarily mean that COVID is at bay. So you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can do to kind of minimize the chance of you and your family getting it, or if you already have it, minimize the risk of you passing it on to others. Now, this video is actually sponsored, not monetarily. And so I was approached by a young man to do a review on this lip gloss. So I'll tell you about this lip gloss as I'm doing my makeup look. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm going to be just mixing in a little bit of chit chat with you guys. If you have not joined the Blushing Glam family, make sure you just don't even move forward. Stop. Click that subscribe button and the bell, because some way somehow y'all not getting notification that my videos are up. So make sure that bell is clicked so that you always know when I'm uploading a video. Now back to our regular programming. All right, so I want to do a little bit of chit chat with you guys today. So 2020 has been one hell of a year, and listen, I don't know which one of you charmed ones conjured y'all spell and opened the portal to 2020, but I'm gonna need y'all to get that together, because I'm done with it. I'm over it. I'm just over 2020. Every other day is something new, and I'm over it. Okay, so I know the last time we were on conversation, you know, we were dealing with COVID and all the other good stuff. You know, now we're dealing with a lot more things, which is not anything new to America. But it made a very big impact comeback, I should say. So I don't want to get too wrapped up in the subject of all that's going on with racism and police brutality and all that jazz, because right now I'm over us talking about, you know, how we're being wronged. I'm kind of more or less wanting to be more solution driven. So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do in my community, in our community, to help out, you know, to make things different for us, make things different for my daughter and her generation and the generations behind me. So I'm going to be starting with my eye. I've already pretty much done the foundation and eyebrows, so I don't have to really do that. For the eye today, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm going to be using the Nubian 2 by Juvia's palette. I barely even used this palette before, but the colors on here are so gorgeous. So most of the colors that I'll pretty much be using will be Morocco, and I'm telling you this in advance because I'm sure as I'm talking I may not be, you know, showing you guys. So Morocco will probably be more of my transition color, which will go in the middle of my lid. Madagascar will probably also be going towards the tail end, and then I'm thinking of using Jezebel and Ya. So these are the 4 colors I'm probably going to be using for my eyes. So just sit and watch. Like I said, I'm going to be starting with Morocco. So anyways, like I said, I don't want to talk too much about racism and things like that. But what I want to do, like I said, as I'm trying to be more solution driven, is talk about, well, what can we do in our community, in the Black community, that can make a change for us? What can we do in our community that can pretty much allow us to not have to wait on anybody else to bring change, for us to be able to bring the change. And I feel like the first thing that we can do is start with supporting each other. So this is what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about support in our Black community, starting with businesses. Main reason why, because we're about being boss babes. We're about financial literacy, you know, and things like that. So that's why I wanted to kind of touch in that area today. So I feel like a lot of us moving forward and progressing in the Black community has a lot to do with how we support each other. And I say that not loosely, but very strongly, how we support each other. Too many times I have conversations with either other entrepreneurs or other Black people, and it's always the same. It's always the same conversation in the end. We can't move forward because we do not support each other. And that's the bottom line. And when you look at, you know, when you look at a lot of things, that's the main thing I feel like we lack. There's other things that are on the list, but I think the number one thing is we lack support of each other. So let's talk a little bit about how we can support each other. So let's start on the end of a consumer. So you ask, okay, well, how do I start the process of supporting a Black-owned business, a local business, a small business? I'm gonna go ahead and start with a little bit of statistics, a little bit. So in 2018, I apologize because I was supposed to write down where I got it from, but you can Google this information and you'll be able to find it. In 2018, I believe, between 2017 and 2018, it was found that our buying powers as Black folks, as Black people, was about 1.3 trillion. And the numbers may be, you know, up or down, but between 1 and 1.3 trillion dollars. This was in 2017, 2018. So with that being about 2 to 3 years ago, now that we are in 2020, in the middle part of 2020, we are probably, if not already at 2 trillion, probably very close to $2 trillion in buying power. The World Bank states that that makes us the 15th largest economy. But yet when we look at how long the Black dollar or the dollar stays in the Black community compared to other races, it stays in our community less. Like, while others are, you know, doing, like, their dollar stays in their community either for 28 days, some for 19 days, some for even 7 days. Statistics shows that ours don't even stay, our dollar barely even stays in our community for even 1 day. So it's almost like we make the money here and we're spending it somewhere else. So to go ahead and start with how we can support each other and just kind of keep that money circulating in our community like other cultures are doing, because if they're advancing and they're able to kind of have a dignity about themselves through the support of each other, that we got to start somewhere. And I would definitely say you could definitely start with supporting a black-owned business, a small business, a local business. Something as simple as tagging, something as simple as posting, something as simple as sharing, you know, word of mouth. Like, these are simple, very simple marketing tactics, and it doesn't cost you anything to do it. If you went and you went to a store and you had a good time, you went to a store and you purchased something and you had a good experience at that store, post it. Tag that company. Let other people know that this company is open, this is what they offer, and you too can have this great experience that I had here. You know, a lot of times I see people tagging companies like, okay, you know, so they have a pair of Louis Vuitton, you know, Louis Vuittons or Gucci or Yeezy, Fashion Nova is like one of the biggest things, Pretty Little Thing, and I'm definitely guilty of doing that, and that's fine. But let's do the same thing for small owned businesses, local businesses, and black owned businesses as well. The same way you can tag Fashion Nova and let everybody know that that's what you're wearing, because I guess that's the thing that's trending on the internet. We can do the same thing for these businesses as well, to bring exposure to these businesses that you're probably fraternizing all the time anyways. So I think that's like one of the easiest ways that you can support a small business without even spending $1, and it may not even take you a minute to even do it, because all you're doing is beep, okay, I went here, you know, you're taking a picture anyways, I went here and tag the company. Like, it doesn't even take much for you to do that. Social media has one of the largest impacts on marketing and also how a business is perceived positively, because if you post something about a company and it's positive things, like that can definitely make a positive impact on that particular company, you know. So if you want to know how you can support a black business, you don't got no money, that's fine, just tag it. The next thing I would say would be to be a customer. You know, if you can't afford, you know, I know things aren't, you know, very easy for everybody right now, especially with, you know, some people losing their jobs. You know, money is tight, or even if you have a job, you're holding on to, you know, a couple of dollars, because we don't know how things are going to work out with this whole COVID thing, you know. But most of you guys are buying things anyways. Most of you guys are still buying things. Like, some people, like, one of the good things I see, or not good things, but one of the things I see on the internet is people that's like, oh, somebody come take my bank card. So that means people are spending money. No matter what's going on, we're in a recession or whatever the case is, people are spending money. So if you are spending money, why not add a black owned business to the roster of where you're spending your money? Some of the items that you're purchasing are you know, the same things that you're probably getting from these chain companies. Like, for example, you know, I hear a lot about this. There's a company called Closet Envy. I believe it's owned by a young lady named Janice or Janice. And it's always being argued that a lot of the things that she has, or she's designed, are things that are being used at Fashion Nova, which isn't black owned, but Closet Envy is. So I'm not saying don't support Fashion Nova, but again, if you're going to be spending money anyways, why not add a black owned business to your roster? Let's go ahead and just find a way that we can support the black community. The next thing I would say is provide useful information. So let's say if you are an attorney, if you are, you know, if you know how to get resources on small business loans or small grants and things like that, like, share those type of information with a black owned business, because a lot of times, unfortunately, and it's not to make excuses, but a lot of times, you know, we're the last to get the information. Whether we're not out there searching for it, but for some reason we are the last to get the information. So if you see a black business suffer, not like struggling, or maybe you have some information that they could probably use, share it, share the wealth. You know, who knows how far that business will be able to go with the information that you're able to share. The last thing I wanted to basically talk about as a consumer in supporting the black community is, let's change our less desirable habits as consumers. A lot of times I watch, especially on, you see a lot of things that go on social media, and some of the things that I see that you guys do to black-owned business, like black-owned businesses or black businesses, are things that I know for sure that you would never do to some of these large chain companies. Some of the things I see that you try to pull with a black company, with trying to negotiate prices, things like that. You would never go into Walmart, you would never go into Publix, you would never go into any of these stores and do that. So I feel like we have to definitely respect these businesses and change our some of our less desirable habits as consumers, because it's not easy being a business owner. It's not easy being a small business owner. You know, when you don't have the capital to reach where you want to be as a business owner, it's definitely not easy. So, you know, you definitely want to respect that person's craft and their business, and just support their dream, you know, support their dream. So those are the things that I feel that we can do as consumers to help support the Black community. Of course, there's probably tons more, but these are the things that I felt like I wanted to kind of touch base on, that I feel like really doesn't take much at all. Really doesn't take much at all for you to do in order to support a Black-owned company, a Black-owned business. Now, the next thing I'm actually going to go into is how Black-owned businesses can actually reciprocate the support, because we can't be saying let's support Black businesses, and Black businesses aren't doing anything for the community as well. So we're going to touch base a little bit about how I feel that the Black owners can support their community. And again, if you are loving the content, please don't be shy. Make sure that you are joining the family. You know, make sure you're commenting below. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me if you feel like I'm wrong, or if there's anything that I missed, because, you know, I'm open to a discussion. I'm not here to debate anything. This is how I feel. Like I said, this is how I feel that we can work together as a community. I've already done my eyes. Like I said, foundation's already done. I'm pretty much doing a little bit of baking. And what I'm probably going to do is go off, do my lashes, and come back and finish the rest of my face, so we can end the second portion of the support video. Before I start the lashes, I wanted to kind of show you the lash box in case you wanted to know what I was using. So it's pretty much this box, and this is the name of the style that I'm using. This is pretty much how it looks before I put it on. All right, so I'm back, like I said I would be. So I have my lashes on, right? And now pretty much I'm going to be working on setting my face. So I told you guys that I was going to be talking about how I feel business owners, Black business owners, can reciprocate the support in their community. First thing that I feel like, well, not the first thing, but one of the things that I feel that Black-owned businesses can do to reciprocate the support in their community is to provide A1 customer service. Like, when you are a business owner, depending on what type of business you have, I would say 85–90% of the time you're dealing with people. You're going to be dealing with customers. And if that's the full driver of your business, is customers spending their money for either your service or for your items, I mean, customer service has to be something that your business has. Now, let's say, for example, you just know how to create this item, this product, but maybe customer service is just not your thing. If it's possible for you to hire someone to, like, you know, or even a family member, maybe you can get like a family member who might be good in that area, have them just handling all the customer inquiries or dealing with customers, while you just be the one that's working on getting the products together and sent out, or getting the products together and provided to the customers. Because too many times, again, social media, it can be our friend and it can be our enemy, but too many times on social media, I will hear people go, and even for myself, I will hear people go and vent on social media about how they were treated at a Black-owned community. black-owned business, and I'm sure that's probably not the either the whole story all the time, or it's not the perception for all black-owned businesses. I know some business owners who take pride in customer service, but for some reason this always seems to be an issue. So I feel like that's something that we can definitely work in getting things kind of situated with support, making sure that, man, if you're going to be providing this service or this product to your community, you got to know how to treat your customers too. I'm going to use an example of my own experience, and I've had this happen to me probably 2 to 3 times, different places. But when I talk to other people, they've had the same scenario, same issue. So now these days I don't really get my hair done like that. The most you'll probably see me do as far as getting my hair done is some braids on 2 to 3 separate occasions. I would make an appointment, which means either prior to me coming, there was an understanding that my appointment would be at 9 a.m. or at 10 a.m. or whatever, 2 p.m. Majority of the time, I usually, like I said, I only really get my hair done on special occasions like my birthday. So in other words, maybe by the end of the night, I'm assuming that I'm going to be getting myself together for an event, you know, going out that night, dinner or whatever the case is. So my idea is I'm going to be done with my hair by this time so I can do my last minute runs and go to dinner or whatever the case is. And there's been a couple of occasions where I will go, have an appointment set. First of all, they're not ready by the time I get there, okay? And I'm there still sitting for about an hour, 2 hours before you even say, okay, come sit in my chair. And then when it probably would have been my turn, your homegirl walks in, and you want to have your homegirl skip in front of me. Oh, it's going to be something quick. I mean, we're all here paying customers. We're all here trying to get service from you. You got to respect that. My time is just as valuable as your time. Because if I was late, or if I was a no-show, it would have been a big thing. You would have started talking about, well, how we need to start charging deposits and all this other good stuff. You definitely have to respect my time as a consumer, because my time and my money is, you know, it's why we're pretty much here. So that's just an example. It doesn't happen in every beauty salon. And like I know, some of the horror stories is a two-sided story. Sometimes these customers can be crazy. Trust me, I know. Sometimes these customers can be the customers from hell, and that's why when you go back to the first half of this video, I said, you know, as consumers, we kind of got to change some of our bad habits or less desirable consumer habits. So I get it, but a lot of times these are things that you can control in your own business, and you lack the customer support, the customer service portion of your business. And I feel like that's why a lot of black-owned businesses or small businesses don't get the support that they should get. The next thing, which is, I mean, I only really have 2 things right now that I feel like, you know, I want to touch base with our black owners to reciprocate the support, and then we're gonna go into the review, which is why you're here, or maybe you like me talking. So either way, whatever. If you can, give back to your community, you know, where you stay at, or where your business is at, or who you mostly cater to. Give back, because you got a lot of people, especially with this new generation, with millennials. A lot of us, or I don't know if I guess I would be considered a millennial. A lot of us don't really want to work a 9 to 5 anymore, and it's nothing wrong. Because please, I don't want to become B. Simone. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5, but I'm noticing that more and more people don't want to walk that path anymore. We are tired of that corporate America, you know, strict schedule. I tell you when to eat, I tell you when to clock in, I tell you when to leave, I'll tell you how much money you get paid, I tell you how much you're worth to get paid. A lot of millennials are over that and want to, you know, branch out and do our own thing, our own business. And you already being in the field, or you already being a business owner or an entrepreneur, you can definitely use what you have, you know, the information that you already have, and mentor, you know, another, you know, future or a budding entrepreneur. You know, teach them what you wish you would have learned when you were coming into the game. You know, talk to them about financial literacy as a business owner and how you can, what you can do to kind of keep your business afloat. You know, I feel like those are two main things that I would like to see Black business owners do to kind of support or give back to your community. Just kind of get this support thing going. Like we got to get this together. Like enough is enough of trying to be invited at the table. But basically the idea of us not getting a seat at a table, well, it's time for us to make our own table. We can't make our own table if we're constantly wanting validation from, you know, other races. We got it right here. We got the spending power, we got the knowledge, we got everything we need. We just gotta mend it together by just supporting one another, you know. Going to the review. So this is the lip gloss right here. Cool thing about it, just to kind of give you some aesthetics about the lip gloss, it has this this type of applicator. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. And then a good thing about it also, which you probably can't see, is that it actually has light in there. So if you're going to be somewhere where it's dark and you need light while you're putting your lip gloss on, boom, you're already covered. Another cool thing about the lip gloss is that it has a mirror on the back of it. So again, if you need to know where you're putting your lip gloss, maybe you're a little drunk, you know where you putting your lip gloss at, got you covered. You got a mirror on the back of it, so no excuses. Or if you want to see if you got that lip gloss on your teeth, got you covered. So those are already two cool things about this lip gloss that I did like. The packaging is really nice. The packaging is really nice. This one that I was given to review is called Real Red. And we're gonna go ahead and get it popping. All right, so I'm gonna use this side mirror here. Sometimes I can be a little heavy-handed when it comes to putting on lip gloss, but I do like the fact that it does go on very smoothly. It is very rich. It's not like, it's not like skimpy or anything like that. It goes on very smoothly, very rich. Even though it's a gloss, the pigmentation, I would say, of this is it's there. You can tell that it's some sort of a red or a red-orange tinted gloss. So I like the fact that pigmentation is a thing on here. Now, the website did say that the lip gloss, I'm going to tell you right now, in case you wanted to know about pricing. Yeah, so I would definitely say that this is a gloss to add to your collection. If you're into gloss, I mean, who's not? It's not every time that we're going to be wearing a lipstick, and even if you do wear lipstick, this is a nice gloss that you can actually top on to your lipstick. So yeah, it's called Artistry, and like I said, the color I'm wearing is Real Red. I know on the website there were a couple of other colors on there. They had like a couple of mauves and pinks, as well as some nudes. You guys know I love nudes, so that's definitely a plus. I'm gonna have the link in the description box, so that if you are interested in getting your hands on this lip gloss, like I said, if you can definitely look and see how, like, I'm not even capping, like, that's what I'm using these days, right, capping? I'm not even capping, like, you know, it's very lustrous. It's very lustrous, you know. Like I said, when it went on, it glided on, and it really did its thing. The only thing I would say, I would probably, like, the next time I do a video, hopefully I remember, I can tell you how it worked as far as longevity, because right now I can't tell you longevity since I just put it on. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints on the packaging, on how it glided on, and everything about this so far is something I would definitely add on to my collection of glosses. So yeah, like I said, Information will be down below, so make sure you get your hands on it. All right, so that pretty much cuts to the end of my video. I'm sorry if I made it really long, but you know, when I start chatting, I start chatting. So yeah, definitely, you know, see what you can do. Let's be solution driven. Let's see what we can do to make the changes in our community that we want to see, instead of waiting on somebody else, or instead of just sitting on the side complaining about why no one is not giving us a chance, or why no one is not respecting us for who we are. Yes, we deserve the respect that anybody else does, but the difference between them and us is that they're supporting each other. They're not waiting on somebody else to validate them. If you don't want to support me and take it's my money, guess what? We're gonna make our money work for us in our community, and that's where we definitely need to be. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time, peace.